In that bowl.
Onions and garlic.
And you're chopping more?
Meatballs and spaghetti sauce.
Okay.
Why, you think that's excessive?
I don't know. It seems like an awful lot. I know we're having company tomorrow, but
It's a really bitey onion.
real bite, huh?
Go in.
Look, tomorrow's breakfast. Hamburger pancakes. I just froze that up when I was back, flattened it out so they'd freeze flat, so they fit better in the bag. Otherwise, I don't know, I just figured there'd be less air in it and it'd work better. So tomorrow's meatballs, sausage, spaghetti, and okay, this one here, you know what that is? No, it's not chocolate chips. It's raisins. We put raisins in our meatballs because the raisins will soak up some of the acidity, and they also add a little bit of sweetness to it. It's just one of those always done it things. Sausage, meatballs, sauce, sausage, meatballs, more. Why are you segregating them?
I wasn't on purpose. I wasn't on purpose. Just.
I'm like, they played well together on the pan, but they can't play well together on the plate. Well, today's been one of those on and off rainy days, and so Sid was doing some cooking for tomorrow, and they actually always taste better second day anyway. And it's rained, then it clears up, then it rains, then it clears up, and I'll show you in a second. Up north is like black.
It was thunder in a minute.
Yeah, I just heard thunder a minute ago too. So I don't know if that's coming this way or staying to the north or what it's doing, but of course we're, you know, maybe it'll clear out. But tide's about, what, 2:33?
3.
Yeah, 3. So we're hoping we can get to go for a beach walk. I'll probably roast up some more coffee. And I don't know, we'll have to wait and see if this weather comes in or not. I'll give you a shot of what it looks like up there. I just heard another rumble. So I didn't see any lightning, so it's still going to be quite a ways away. didn't do any weather yet, and tide's right, so we're going to head out and see if we can't get a beach walk in. If you can see sort of that way. It's not promising, but we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. If it starts to do something, well, then of course you have that clump down there, and we'll just turn around and come back. Get back after I gotta tell you what happened yesterday. Was a fun one. So here's the story of yesterday, and you know, it's one of those things that it happens. It hasn't happened in 15 years here, but it happened. So yesterday morning I had some things to do, so I went out to the car and put the key in, of course, and nothing. No lights, no clicking, no nothing. I said, well, this is very odd. So I tried again, nothing. And I said, so the battery is totally dead? So I opened up the hood, and, you know, I looked, and I'm like, okay, that's why there's no electrical charge at all in this car. Somebody came during the night and borrowed the battery. I guess they, you know, needed it more than me. So I ended up, you know, looking at it and going, okay, great. This is, I don't even know what size battery it is. You can't look in the manual because, you know, it's a Japanese car, and my Japanese is really not that great. Rusty. Yeah, it's rusty. So I'm looking at it even more, and then I look, and the negative terminal, it's this kind, the posts go up and down on it. It's just a little battery because it's a little car. And I'm like, oh my God. So they had taken pliers and tried to get it undone. And so they sort of roughed up the wires a little bit. But in their rush, they ended up snapping off the terminal to the battery. So the battery has no value, as far as I know, at all, because it only has the, you know, positive terminal. The negative one was snapped off. It was still in the thing. So it was like, and I had a pretty good idea of who it is. But I didn't bother even, you know, telling the police, because if you remember, last year we had a whole bunch of tools stolen. We told the police who it was, and nothing ever happened. So I said, I'm not going to go report a stolen, broken battery, because they're going to, you know, they'll write up the report, but that's about as far as that's ever going to go. So I said, no, not going to bother.
Find the stolen, broken battery.
Right. It's not happening. And I think it was just kids. They probably took it and were thinking, oh, I can get $5-10 or something for it. And so I ended up, you know, not knowing, I'm not a mechanic. I can build almost anything, but I'm not a mechanic. So I couldn't tell which size battery or blah, blah, blah. So I called a friend of mine who came right over, and he told me what battery we needed. We went, we bought another battery. This little tiny dinky battery that is little tiny dinky, let me tell you, was $129.
And that's the part that gets me a little bit upset.
Yeah,
you know?
that's because I didn't need to buy $129. You know, if the battery died, okay, great. But it's too bad, it's all over, blah, blah, blah. So now the new plan is, for the next couple weeks while we're here, is that, and oh, the reason the car wasn't locked is I haven't locked it in 15 years, because I'd rather have them, you know, rummage through the car. I never thought of stealing the battery. Rummage around the car, then smash a window and rummage around the car. So now what we do is every night I take the battery out. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Luckily, it's not a big battery. I mean, it has a little handle and everything, so you can do it. But, you know, it's just one of those things. I heard other episodes happening around here with the same type of battery thing. So, I don't know what's up. But I think there are things up.